Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rahul Rowlett, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. So, what do we have today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Pokémon Destiny. Now, Pokémon Destiny is a 3D Pokémon fan game being developed by Pokémon Destiny, Twitter account, or Veer Pokemon. I guess that would be the better way to put it. Veer Pokemon, or Veer, is the person developing this game, and he's got a team with him, as far as I understand, which are developing this game, in unison. And guess what, guys? He actually put out some gameplay. There you go, a very small video update. Enjoy. And he posted this 1 day ago. What else did he do? Well, he also posted this tweet right here, and then also a Facebook post, which I thought we'd take a look at, and then, actually, you know what? I know what you guys are here for. Let's look at the gameplay. Let's look at the gameplay, shall we? Okay, I know you guys are here for that, so let's look at it. Now, I'll lower the volume, and I'll turn off my music in the background. So let's have a look at this, shall we? And we'll, of course, analyze this as much as we can, based on what we have right here, but I'll try to, kind of break down everything I'm seeing and my thoughts and opinions on it. I'll turn off my face cam for a second, so you guys can see the bottom here, which you have the inventory on, so let's go back real quick. So first things first, right, character, looking great. This is a huge improvement from where we were, a few years ago when this project was started, and the backpack down there, the UI looks way better. I like the backpack. It kind of reminds me of, survival games, where, that kind of, black background, the backdrop there really is reminiscent of that, and overall, the backpack, logo looks great, and now you can also see here, he's going to look around, and around him, you've got a mountain in the back, you've got some trees, of course, you've got a palm over there, I think, yeah, and you've got a giant building over here. It looks like a straight up, I don't know, a treehouse. It looks a bit like a treehouse. Something it reminds me of Kashyyyk from, Star Wars. If you guys haven't played Star Wars, or, sorry, if you haven't played, Star Wars Battlefront, maybe you don't know what I'm referring to. If you haven't watched, the prequels, you may not know what I'm, talking about, but Kashyyyk, aka the home of the Wookiees, their home planet, they have, these, giant, I guess, what would you refer to them? I guess, huts or whatever in on the top of trees, and they do this because they want to protect themselves from what's on at the bottom of the planet, at the bottom of the on the surface of the planet, underneath them, which is creatures and stuff that essentially kill all the Wookiees, so they stay in the trees up above to protect themselves. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, which again, that's just a little bit of my own opinion. So we'll continue through here. He's looking around. Again, model looks better than it did when we first saw it. Still a little bit wonky around the face for me because it creeps me out a little bit, the way the face looks. But overall, the back of the model looks amazing. The actual body of the model looks great. Still a little bit of that face freaking me out a little bit. Animation for walking looks good. I love the third-person perspective. As you guys know, I've always wanted this to have this for Gen 8 as well. So what he does right now is he actually pulls up the backpack, which you'll see right here. So you'll notice that on the backpack he has the ability to equip. He's got quests, equipment, consumables. Now it does also say the amount of money over here. Now I'm not sure if this is going to be money. I mean, I assume that's going to be money you're going to be able to waste right now by doing these actions on the screen here. So you got a cooking pot, which I guess you can cook food in. You've got a tent, and you've got a picnic table. So let's see what he does here. So he's going to buy he's got one. He's got a tent, which he's going to put out, which looks, by the way, freaking awesome. I guess it's a Loudred, which looks awesome. I love it. And he's going to equip, let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a little picnic table as well, so he's going to place that somewhere. Now, you can also see in the background, there's a Charmander running around the grass right over here. You can see the Charmander kind of lurking around doing its own thing. And you got Diglett over here as well. Yeah, you can see the head of the Diglett over here, which we've seen the development of before. We've seen him developing it, so that's pretty awesome. Now he continues on here. He's only able to place one of those, and now he's going to place. I guess he can't place more of them. Will you be able to pick these up? Is my question. We'll be able to pick them up and get them to a different place. You can go inside to rest. You can go there to cook, and you can go to the table to eat. So yeah, there is a purpose to all these things. There's a reasoning for it. Your character seems to have a health bar, which means you will also get injured, lose health, and such. And now they sped up time to show you how it looks like when time passes. That sort of stuff. Now I'm gonna see if they're gonna do it again. So there's a cut right there, and Pokemon Destiny. Boom, there you go. A fan game in development. Veer's Pokemon Destiny. So yeah, man, I am really excited for this. So, like I said, there's also more stuff here. I want to take a look at this right here, and also his Facebook post right here, which probably should hold some other information as well. Maybe. We'll see what it has to say. But what's so interesting about this? Well, let me put my face cam real quick. So what is so interesting about this? Well, this is probably the most ambitious fan game I've ever seen. This is bigger than, Pokemon Origin, which was the closest to, this size. But what's different is this game actually uses all custom, models. Like you know, with when you compare it to like, you know, Pokemon Origin, in Pokemon Origin it was a the developer reused assets from like Sun and Moon and stuff, which is totally fine, by the way, if you can, you know, make still a good game out of it. But in this, these are all custom. You know, these are not just like reused models, these are custom models, custom tools. You know, everything is like made custom, right? That's what makes it so awesome. That's what makes me so excited for it, because it is a lot of like effort and love and, you know, passion put into this project. Of course, you know, there is the worry of like, oh, Nintendo will shut it down or whatever. You know, yeah, there's always a possibility, but like, you know, sometimes they'll just, you know, they'll just ignore it. I think often what Nintendo does, or rather what Game Freak kind of does, if, you know, they're sending out, well, you know, if Nintendo's sending out the lawyers and whatnot, they usually tend to let games kind of get finished or get their demos out there, like get released, and then they shut them down because of copyright reasons. But often they kind of let those things be released. Of course, Nintendo has done some messed up shit. I still haven't done a video about the fact that Nintendo shut down like Pokemon Essentials and stuff, and I did a video. I was really angry. I decided not to upload it because it was just me ranting for like 30 minutes, which was way too long of a rant to upload, and I just did not feel it was right for me to just put up a video like that. So I decided to just not upload it, and I just kind of kept quiet about it because honestly, like, I didn't know what to say. Like, I felt like if I was going into it, I'd probably, you know, it'd just harm the community on that side even more by having me, you know, trying to defend them, but just sound like an asshole towards Nintendo, which they don't want. They clearly, you know, they're disappointed that Nintendo's going after them most likely, but they probably don't want people to, you know, just be totally riled up, but like to respect the fact that, you know, Nintendo asked them to stop, you know, doing these things, to remove those assets, and that's just how it is. But again, it's besides the point. So Veer's game looks amazing. I'm excited for this. I can't wait until this game is like, you know, ready for like demo and whatnot, like, you know, public release. I just can't wait for that. Of course, the ability to actually have a backpack with like a proper inventory. And again, I want to take a look at that, like, I want to take a look at the actual outside here. So you can see there's a house behind it. It looks like a straight up mansion. You got large mountains. The trees look beautiful. The general graphics look amazing. And if we go right here, you'll notice that he has in the backpack. So like I said, we've got a lot of different things. So first things first, right? We've got the quest log, which is over here. So you can do different quests in this game. That's going to be awesome. He's clearly using a controller for this, like I guess an Xbox controller. And you've got the inventory right there, which is like, you know, there's an exclamation mark, which I'm not sure if that means anything or if it's just like a, you know, aesthetical thing on the layout. You got consume here, which is consumables, I guess, like, you know, food, etc. You've got different like buttons right here with like one of these, I guess, is like a drag button. One is a Pokeball button, which I guess is your, you know, your Pokemon maybe, or your Pokeballs. You've got one for settings. You've got one for some sort of connection stuff. I really can't tell. You've also got like down in the corner right here. Oh boy, I should probably remove this when I'm showing you. So down in the corner right here, you may notice, if I just like kind of show you right there, there's actually like a Wi-Fi bar. So this could be played online then, which would be great. So let me show you that what I was talking about a second ago before I was like blocking the screen. This is what I was talking about, right? They've got this like little drag bar right here, which I assume you can use to drag out things. You've got a little Pokeball, which I assume is for, you know, your Pokemon. A little cog and whatnot, which I guess would be for like settings. This right here, I'm not sure, that's supposed to be maybe like connections, and I'm not sure what the last one is. It's really hard to tell, but you got consume, you got quest, you've got inventory with the little, you know, exclamation mark, like I just mentioned. But yeah, overall, that's just what we got right there. You can place things in the overworld, which is looks so seemingly easy. You know what I mean? So like effortless, you know, it doesn't require like a million like intricate things to do. It's just very to the point. And I just hope, man, I really hope that the future of Pokemon is going to be something like this, you know, a free roaming adventure for you and your Pokemon. You know, you can make up little camps, you can, you know, make up little secret bases. I mean, this is the sort of stuff I'd love to see in a Pokemon game. But man, I don't know if they will ever do it. So it really is disappointing when you see this sort of stuff and you know, you think about it and you're like, Game Freak probably won't give us that freedom. But either way, so Pokemon Destiny here posted also a 4-dimensional pocket, which allows the player to carry insanely heavy items, which would normally look ridiculous and is impossible to carry in a small backpack. Gonna post a very small video update in a few days. See ya. And this is, you know, this is what he posted here. Introducing Hypercard, a 4D pocket that allows you to easily carry your 4D compatible items with you. Weighs less than 50 grams, compatible only with non-organic Scion Tech certified items. You got life indicator at the top, you got item image, and you got item name, Loudred Tent. Cool. So let's see the actual post right here and what he had to say, which actually I think is right. Yeah, right here. Boom. Let's read it. So, if this can load. There we go. Actually, I'll read it from this perspective. So, we know that Pokemon Universe has a lot of stuff that doesn't always make sense. Even games in general tend to have some silly, unrealistic stuff which looks unreasonable at times, which is fine actually, as long as the game is fun. Compromising the reality of it is not a new concept in the game industry. Still, I like the sense of stuff wherever it's possible without sabotaging the mechanics, which makes the games fun. I think it improves the believability of the world. Also, the process of finding the right balance is fun and adds more creative elements to the game. So we designed the simple 4D-dimensional pocket. You can say it's based on the Pokeball tech, which allows the players to carry insanely heavy items, which would normally look ridiculous and impossible to carry in a small backpack. Hope you enjoyed this concept art. Gonna post some very small video update in a few days. See ya. This was what he posted on October the 7th, and it's basically like these are gonna work the same way as Pokeballs, right? They're gonna contain items, and they weigh super small, like small amounts. This is kind of like the sort of stuff of like the future, right? This is kind of the stuff we want to see like in the future, like, you know, being able to compact things into like, you know, like artificially. It's like, it's impossible, most definitely. I don't think there's ever going to be a day where we're going to be able to literally, you know, turn a freaking tent into, you know, a simple card and then being able to like return it into its original form. It just feels like an insanely impossible feat, but it's kind of interesting and it works in a game sense, right? It kind of like, it explains itself. It's a fantasy, right? It's believable because it's not our real world, and that's what's so fun about it. So I'm a huge fan of this, man, and I do also like the gameplay here. This actually makes me really excited to see more of this game. I'm super hyped up about it, guys, and thank you to the person who said this to me on Twitter, which I can't remember exactly who sent it to me. I'll try to find the name real quick, just so I can give the credit, because I feel like, you know, I should at least do that. But you guys sent this to me and wanted me to check it out. So this was sent to me about Jimmy PL. So thank you so much to Jimmy PL for sending this my way. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This was my breakdown of it, my general, you know, kind of thoughts. I'll also link all the stuff down below if you want to watch the trailer on your own and make your own assumptions and, you know, look at it in your own way. I'll link it down below for you guys to check out. Either way, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ruffled Rowlet. I will catch you all the next time. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.